100%. Not like the old days. Not like the old days.
Indeed, not like the old days. That was President Trump repeatedly praising law enforcement, and unlike the Obama administration, President Trump has made it crystal clear he fully supports those who serve and protect us, and for good reason. A newly released body cam video shows a police officer in South Carolina being shot 3 times last January after confronting an armed suspect. We must warn you, the video you're about to see is extremely shocking.
Stop! Take your hands out your pocket! Take your hands out your pocket! If you don't stop, I'm gonna tase you. I'm not playing with you. Take your hands out your pocket. Take your hands out your pocket! Take your hands out your pocket! Shots fired!
On Wednesday, the assailant was found guilty of attempted murder and possession of a weapon and sentenced to 35 years in prison. Joining us now with a reaction, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke. All right, good evening, Sheriff. The truth is that had there not been a camera on the glasses of the police officer, this individual who shot him 3 times and almost killed him to the point where the police officer says, "Tell my family I love him," he thought he was going to die, it would never have been captured. Can you tell me why more of law enforcement doesn't have these body cameras or cameras on the glasses as opposed to the body?
Yeah, some of those are financial considerations that each jurisdiction has to make in terms of priority. I think it's a high one, but that's the bean counters have to make that. But I get chills every time I hear President Trump support and praise the American police officer. Look, Officer Quincy Smith here, that was gut-wrenching video. Only by the grace of God did he survive that. But I'm going to talk a little bit about this inane idea coming out of this 21st century task force that Obama put together, and it was seconded by PERF and the Police Executive Research Forum and Chuck Wexler and the IACP is supporting it. And it called for stupid things like engaging in more dialogue with these suspects before you use deadly force, considering less than lethal options.
Well,
you saw how much time, once that gun came out.
But the police officer said, "I'm going to tase you." The police officer said, he didn't threaten to shoot him, and he said, "I'll tase you, take your hand out of your pocket."
Right, and you know, the thing fell apart very quickly for me. Told him to stop about 6 or 7 times, told him to take his hand. You got to see a suspect's hands. You have to see the hands. That's job one. But I'll tell you what, if he would have used his firearm first, and I'm not here to second guess what he did. Every individual officer gets to make his or her own decision. But had he have shot this guy the second time he told him to take his hands out of his pocket, it would have been reasonable under the circumstances, even if he was not armed. And I get tired of hearing about this unarmed assailant that police officers use deadly force against, because unarmed does not mean not dangerous.
And you know